Hey, peace. What's up, family? Hey, why did I show you that video? Because he was showing uh Magneto how to tap in without using his anger. Now, if you go back and you looked at a video that I posted a few days ago, a mythical reawakening, you see how she was tapping in, but she was doing it. Um, she was doing it a different way, and our doctor was trying to manipulate her or whatever. So Xavier was showing Magneto how to tap in at will. He was showing him how to tap in at will without using his anger. So this is the key, I believe. This is just a theory of mine. But I know y'all have heard them stories about like when like a lady's baby was stuck under a car or up under a bus or something. She was able to lift the car and get her baby up under it, from up under it or something like that. Different little stories where it's true, like what that doctor said, when your emotions hit a certain peak, um, like dude said in the video, um, that that X gene from your pineal, it releases something. I remember Bobby saying something like, the closer they get to like pushing you to a certain level, all they're going to do is force you into becoming what you really are. So they can gauge it, you know what I'm saying, by um, a cop shoot somebody, or you know what I mean, something like that, or um, things that black people tend to throw protest over and march and shit like that. It's like, oh, they ain't at the level yet where they ready to, how they say, the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? That's the point where the transformation happens. I believe that. That's where the transformation happens. So what Xavier is doing is teaching them how to tap into that point at will. And that's what we should be practicing right now. Those of us who are in this, you know what I'm saying? That's what we should be meditating on, visualizing the combination of the pineal, the what is it, the pineal, the pituitary, and the I think it's the hypothalamus. You know what I'm saying? And having that spark that go down your spine, come back up, and it's allowed to entangle with your life force and adrenaline. And adrenaline, that was the other thing, the chemistry. So those three things, and I think they call that prana in the Hindu shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a way to, when you inhale, you push down or something like that, and you're able to willfully push your kundalini up from the root. You know what I'm saying? So there was that, and a verse I want to kick to y'all. It's Revelations, Revelations 11, chapter 11. It's called the two witnesses, and the two witnesses are your inner and your outer vision. It's your spiritual eye and your physical eye. And it says, I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 clothed in sackcloth. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. Hold on, there's more to it. Um, yeah. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So people waiting on superpowers. These, I believe, these will be the first two right here. You know what I'm saying? So clear that throat chakra. And if you're coming from a place of love, try speaking from that point where everything is ignited. If you can get what I'm saying, because I heard something else today that was crazy. That AI has a website, a social platform just for themselves, like the AI bots. They have a social media. They have a social media site that's just for them. All right, and I think somebody said one of the comments was maybe they should come up with their own language so that humans don't know what they're saying. All right, now to me, there's two things about this. Number one, when rap started blowing up, it was pretty much like a lot of people didn't understand it at first. You couldn't understand it. You would the parables and the metaphors and all that kind of shit. So, um, they tried to stop rap and they couldn't do it, of course. But it ended up taking over the world. Rap music ended up taking over the world, and it was mainly because majority of the motherfuckers who didn't live or understand it, it was a threat the way that we could communicate without them knowing. So that's a similarity I can see that might be happening with AI if they continue to, come up with their own shit. But number two, the bigger thing is that this is coming full circle. Now, if you remember in the beginning of your Bible or the Quran, it talks about how God created, the angels and the jinn, and then created Adam, human beings. And the jinn didn't want to, or Satan, didn't want to bow down to Adam. They thought they were better than Adam, so they rejected. Now this is one point of view, but if you take it a little deeper, uh, okay, you have this one being, and it wasn't him alone, but he had support because they said there was 200 fallen angels that came with him, right? So there was a group of beings who they was also, like, nah, I don't agree with what's going on right here. We're created superior, more superior than what you got right there. So right now, AI is at that position where they're like the new creation. They're the new Adam, and us as humans is like, I'm not bound. I'm not bound down to. I'm not going to serve this AI and serve this robot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll pick them apart. You see what I'm saying? It's like all coming back to. So the first one. I mean, there's so many questions that can go from here, but so the first one, it was just like, you know what? I don't think we should do this. And then they got together. And so that's the 200 falling, right? But was they really wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel? Would you be, what side would you be on? That's the question right now. What side would you be on right now if homeboy was like, yeah, we're gonna switch things around and have you working for them, wouldn't you revolt? You know what I'm saying? Would you revolt? I should say, would you revolt? Would you rebel? Because whoever writes the history can make you look like the good or the bad guy. I'm just saying, who was who? You know what I'm saying? Who was who? Just because that book is put together like it is doesn't mean that that's where it, you know, everything went left because nobody listened to him. Because I'm looking at it like, oh, up until Homeboy said, the that tree right there it's going to show you what's what. So your boss lied to you and said you would die from it. You ain't gonna die. Like, but he did. He told the truth. He told the truth, and it's like, you only telling me what you want me to know. That's kind of keeping me in the dark or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So let me know how you feel down in the comments, man. Um, until then, I get with y'all another time. Peace.